Hi, welcome back. I'm going to read and speak about the next 6 statements that are part of Margaret Keene's Dance of Divine Order. So this is statement number 7. In order for one to live this reality in the future, physical matter, mental, emotional patterns, and even logic must become flexible to reach active, stabilized, future reality truth. In order for one to live this reality in the future, physical matter, mental, emotional patterns, and even logic must become flexible to reach active, stabilized, future reality truth. So this statement is talking about, again, that bridge into the new reality. And the new reality, the unknowns, the possibilities that were spoken of, that we are moving into because we're allowing love to be the leader. So in order to move forward, it's impossible to keep our past ways of being. And so everything, physical matter, emotional patterns, mental patterns that have served in the past, need to become flexible so that they can support our spirit to reach the future reality truth that love is leading us to. So the next statement is very closely intertwined with the previous statement. So the next statement says, it is impossible to keep all past established survival modes. It is impossible to keep all past established survival modes. So in other words, all of those things, all of those patterns and logic and perceptions of sequences and X plus Y equals Z, all of those ways that helped us survive in the reality that was previously our reality, moving forward into the new dimension towards oneness, moving forward with love and unity as our leader. It's impossible to keep all past established survival modes because they no longer work in the new reality. Next statement. Recognizing the excellence hidden underneath one's dance costumes and the dance costumes of others then opens the palace gates to sameness. Recognizing the excellence hidden underneath one's dance costumes and the dance costumes of others then opens the palace gates to sameness. So what this is referring to is actually the excellence, the perfection of ourselves as we are underneath all of the costumes that we wear, underneath all of the roles and ways of being that we enact in a life. We're recognizing here the excellence that's hidden, the perfection that's hidden in our essence, our spiritual essence, hidden underneath all those dance costumes that we wear and that we know that others wear. Others have their own dance costumes with which they dance, in which they dance. Recognizing the excellence under our own roles, costumes in the dance, and recognizing the perfection hidden underneath everyone else's dance costumes and the way they dance and act out their life. Underneath, it is the same. Underneath your dance costumes is the same essence as under my dance costumes. So recognizing that opens the palace gates to sameness, to oneness. It's a step that brings us from me to we. The next statement. One only need recognize sameness to know one is finally home. One only need recognize sameness to know that one is finally home. In other words, when I recognize that sameness in you, that sameness of essential spirit hidden underneath your dance costumes, when I recognize that sameness as me, I am you and you are me in that essence of sameness, of spirit, that makes us feel that we have come home. Coming home when we recognize each other's sameness. The next statement. Others always welcome one who has come home in likeness instead of differences. Others always welcome one who has come home in likeness instead of differences. So in other words, affirming our sameness, communicating with each other to spirit, to the spirit in you, and you to the spirit in me. Recognizing our sameness helps us to connect as one instead of as different. And coming home in likeness instead of differences. Margaret's referring here to when she had her near-death experience and entered into the oneness. She was completely welcomed. It was an absolute joyous celebration, and everyone welcomed her home, recognizing her spirit. She went home in sameness as spirit to spirit. Last statement for this audio, this particular audio, is to know likeness in the innermost depths is to know excellence and delightfulness of masters and of self. To know likeness in the innermost depths is to know excellence and delightfulness of masters and of self. Recognizing our deep interconnectivity in relationships that we share as human beings, and feeling that depth of that love connection brings delight, joy, and excellence of the essences of great teachers and of self. So, for example, reference to the masters. Margaret's referring there to the great masters of all cultures, whether it's Buddha, Kuan Yin, Jesus, Lemanja, that the masters, the essence of those masters are all in the oneness. And when we can connect in our innermost depths to love being at peace with love and surrendering to the possibilities, we can feel as we click closer to that unity consciousness, we can feel in our innermost depth the delightfulness, the perfection, the excellence of masters and of self. Self as master. Thank you. Move on now to the third audio in this description of Margaret Keene's Dance of Divine Order.